Why fighter jet piloting in Battlefield 2042 is so exhilarating. There's a moment in Battlefield 2042 when you're climbing into the cockpit of a stealthy fighter jet, and the roar of the engine seems to blur the line between game and war movie. From that point on, you're not just a player, you're a fast-moving force of nature rewriting the sky in trails of vapor and fire. This is not merely flying. This is full-on aerial domination wrapped in digital adrenaline. The game's design makes you feel like the center of gravity in a massive, chaotic world, and piloting a jet turns that chaos into your personal canvas. The physics system and flight mechanics in Battlefield 2042 hit a rare sweet spot between realism and control. Every roll, dive, and high G turn feels weighty and deliberate, yet fluid enough to let you improvise under pressure. It demands precision, but it also rewards boldness. Players find themselves weaving through collapsing skyscrapers or swooping in low to evade missile locks, all while lining up the perfect strafing run on enemy armor. The game lets you exist in that perfect tension between control and danger, where one mistake sends you crashing, but one bold move makes you a legend. What adds to the thrill is the unmatched scale of the maps and how that scale transforms jet combat. The sheer distance you can cover, from desert valleys to urban sprawls to Arctic oil rigs, makes every sortie feel like a high-speed journey through different war zones. There's a sense of freedom that's rare in most multiplayer shooters. You're not just flying, you're prowling. You're hunting enemy air support, disrupting ground movements, or blitzing objectives across the map in seconds. That freedom to affect the battle from above, on your own terms, injects an intoxicating sense of agency into every flight. Another layer of exhilaration comes from the stakes and the unpredictability of real-time encounters. Unlike scripted campaigns, every aerial dogfight in Battlefield 2042 is against another human being with their own unpredictable reflexes and strategies. This isn't just a test of aim, it's a test of wit, reflex, and audacity. That moment when two jets dance through clouds, narrowly dodging missiles and flipping into loops. It's less like a shooter and more like a gladiator duel at Mach 2. These dogfights aren't just fights, they're duels of honor, and when you win one, the triumph is electric. The exhilaration is further amplified by the game's sound design and visual feedback. Every missile lock sends a shrill alert through your headset, and every explosion behind you lights the cockpit in quick, ominous flashes. The sense of immersion is total. Even flying through storms or near a tornado, unique to Battlefield 2042's dynamic environments, feels like an interactive IMAX experience. The turbulence, the visual blur, the mechanical rattle, all work in unison to make you forget you're in a living room, and instead convince you that you're in a combat zone where physics is your only ally and instinct your only guide. Battlefield 2042 also captures the emotional rush of being a hero with no safety net. When you pull off a last-second ejection, snipe an enemy pilot mid-air, or return to your jet via wingsuit in a stunt that shouldn't even be possible, the game rewards not just strategy but sheer audacity. These are the moments you clip, post, and remember. The game allows the impossible to be earned, not given, and in doing so it makes every second in the cockpit a potential highlight reel. The seamless integration of jet combat into the larger battlefield also adds depth to the experience. You're not isolated in the sky, you're part of a living ecosystem. Ground squads call for air support, tanks become prey, and other jets circle like hawks. Your decisions carry weight for your entire team. Bombing a bottlenecked enemy convoy can change the tide of an objective. Covering a teammate from air as they make a push makes the win feel shared. The game makes you more than a lone ace. It makes you an indispensable part of a team effort, even when you're moving at supersonic speeds. Ultimately, what makes fighter jet piloting in Battlefield 2042 so exhilarating is that it transforms players into avatars of chaos and control simultaneously. It turns the sky into both battlefield and playground. You're constantly balancing skill, strategy, instinct, and spectacle, all at a blistering pace. The game doesn't just simulate flight, it elevates it into art. From the cockpit, every match becomes a personal war story, every sortie a cinematic moment waiting to happen. In the end, it's not just about flying fast, it's about carving your legacy into the sky one vapor trail at a time.